Hi everyone. Many of you may have known Trish E in ERA. You may also know that Trish is the MasterChef Season 2 Top 3 contestant. And this morning I have the opportunity to be beside her in this cooking session together with Trish, who is also appointed as ERA Executive Committee in the Young ERA.
Thank you for having me today, Marcus. So today I will be presenting one of my MasterChef dishes. There is a poached fish in kombu butter in dashi consomme. I know it sounds like a very long name, but I can assure everyone it's very simple to make. To start off, we will actually put some shiitake mushrooms inside this pot of boiling water. Then we will need this kombu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I will now just prepare the fish.
How do you get started in MasterChef?
Actually, after I joined ERA, about a year later, I went to US with my husband for 2 years.
Okay.
So after I came back, it was in the midst of the pandemic. I happened to saw the casting call for MasterChef Season 2, but I didn't expect myself to, go so far.
So how do you get to know about ERA?
Actually, I joined ERA because of my first property. I actually bought my first property in 2016 when I was like 26 or 27 by myself. So when I actually bought my first property, I got to know an agent who is also from ERA.
Okay.
Yeah, and because the nature of my job is actually I'm doing events, so I thought that given my network and everything, this could be something that I can actually fall back on.
Sure.
I mean, true enough, because when the pandemic happened, we can't do events and all, so at least I have property to fall back on.
Yeah, definitely a smart choice. So now you're adding in all the
the
peppers,
julienne,
the carrot.
vegetables. Yeah.
Oh, you're making a fish roll.
Yeah, so
already.
It will become like a fish roll. Simple, right?
Mm.
There's this packet of bonito flakes there. You can add in about a handful.
To where?
Inside the broth.
Oh, this is interesting. So you're tying it.
Yeah, similar to when we are doing property, everyone has to be more creative in terms of how they are doing their marketing. So that's how I actually came up with tying this fish into making it into a roll. Very simple. We will just put this inside and we will just flip it as it is. Okay, so now I am just going to sieve out all the ingredients inside, and then we can add in our mushroom and everything else.
How do you relate, cooking to real estate sales?
It's just like ingredient. You need to understand the ingredient in order to be creative and
all these
come
ingredients.
Yes, you need to understand what is the characteristics of all these ingredients, how does it taste like. So it's very similar to when you are, doing property, because you need to understand your customers. You need to understand their characteristics, so that you can actually find a property that best suits their needs. Okay, so now I think we can take out the fish in a bowl, and then so that we can actually cut them.
Wow, this is like doing
Surgery.
Yeah, operation surgery. You see, I look like a surgeon, right?
We can transfer the fish to the chopping board so that we can cut into a smaller pieces. And we will transfer this to the plate. Okay. I will use the blowtorch to just torch the skin.
Ah, this is interesting.
Yeah.
This is what we see in the restaurant. So need to touch it, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Wow, kanchiong. Okay.
I think, should I stand far away?
No need. Trust me. A bit more?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just pick up some mushrooms, just arrange it all around. And then you just put the seaweed cracker. And we'll just garnish with some ikura on top. to make it look more pretty, to give it more color. I will just pluck in some of these like flowers to make it more like look more fancy.
It's like dry rose.
Yes. So you can just pluck like some of the more like darker colors and then just sprinkle on top.
Okay.
Delicious.
So this broth has no like added salt or sugar. So there will be, but you can actually taste that it's actually rather sweet in the flavor.
Yes, it is sweet and it is very fine. And it tastes good.
Oh yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Tastes good.
Because I believe
It's
MasterChef
super-
dine at like super like
Super
atas restaurant before, right? So
super light taster. I don't like anything that is too heavy. Okay, now I do the fish.
yep.
Ta-da. Excellent. 5-star review.
It's really simple to make actually. If minus all the chit chatting in between, I usually take about like less than 30 minutes to do this at home because when you are just doing everything at the same time, it's actually pretty fast. And you can also cook this big pot of soup and just leave it at home. And whenever you want to serve it, then you just scoop some over.
Continue talking. Continue talking.
You can go with anything.
I'm enjoying your food. Continue talking. Continue rolling. This morning, I'm so fortunate to be part of this MasterChef Season 3, Episode 1 with Trish. And this is one of the best dish that I taste for this year. So I hope all you guys can capture all her ingredients and what she have taught you in these sessions. And you can always try this at home. It is safe, except for that torch. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Trish Lee and Marcus Chu.